My name is Zoe, and this is my sister, Madeline.
And we are baking lemon blueberry layer cake.
Pie.
And so first you have to, first get out the stuff that you need.
So we did that. So we got out all of our ingredients and we're ready to go. Are you girls ready to bake?
Yeah.
Yes.
And you're gonna learn.
And I'm gonna win. And I'm gonna weed.
Okay, sounds awesome.
Yeah.
The first thing the directions told us to do was to preheat the oven to 350.
Yes.
Then the instructions said to line the bottom of the pans with parchment paper. So Zoe and Madeline, will you show us how to do that?
Okay, so we trace a pencil. This is kind of hard though. Can't get frustrating.
So what do you do after you trace with the pencil?
You cut it out.
You cut it out. And then what happens with the parchment paper?
This is frustrating.
Is it?
Yeah.
Looks like you have to be very, very slow and careful as you trace it. It doesn't need to be perfect though. You just want to try your best to cut a circle in the parchment paper that will fit on the bottom of your pan. And that will help the cake to come out smoothly and make for better layers that you can ice with the frosting.
I'm following this and I'm cutting it out, and this is kind of complicated, as you can see.
Is that mine?
We'll be back once we've cut them out and put them in the bottom of the pan.
Put it in, and my sister's gonna cut it out.
Did it work? Will it fit?
Let's see.
Wonderful, it fits.
It's a little big.
I think it looks great. And then we need to coat it with a little bit of olive oil spray.
Now we're going to set these aside because we need to make the ingredients in the cake batter.
I'm gonna put this in. I hope it fits.
Looks great.
Yeah.
It fits perfectly.
Now we just need to spray it with a little bit of olive oil
And then-
spray.
And also,
Of course.
And our butter is ready.
how do you spray it?
Oh, you want to hold it back just a little bit more. Can I show you? So you hold it back. There we go. All right, and Zoe, what do you want to show us?
Our butter's ready.
The butter is ready. So we take a cup of butter.
And then we're going to mix it.
We're going to beat it until the butter is creamy. Zoe, would you like to
Creamy.
start?
Oh.
Can I?
Yes, it's always important to take turns in the kitchen, right? So Zoe will beat for a little while and then Madeline will take over.
I'm gonna go see. Hey, you said that I could weed.
Oh.
Looks like a good time for Madeline to take over.
I need you to not.
So we are trying to get the butter nice and creamy before we add some other ingredients.
Mama.
This is what the butter looks like when it's creamy. A little bit like thick pudding.
So,
one cup of powdered sugar.
Of white granulated sugar.
White granulated.
So we added 1 1/4 cup. And Madeline is adding the brown sugar, which requires a little bit more work. Okay, so it looks like we got maybe a little bit more than we needed. So what are we gonna do? Oh, extra sugar to eat. No eating the sugar, Zoe. All right, so we press down the brown sugar. So you can see how Madeline is pressing down the brown sugar to try to get it level. And then once it looks about level, she's gonna pour it into the cup, into the bowl with the white sugar. Great. There we go. And now we're gonna mix it with the blender. I saw you sneak more sugar, Zoe. And what do you think we should do with that leftover brown sugar? No, not eat it. Let's collect it and put it back into the bag.
There's one on the ground.
Now Madeline is beating together the brown sugar, the white granulated sugar, and the butter. And Zoe's helping her by holding the bowl. The next thing we need to do is crack 4 eggs. Hold it over the bowl, and you're going to very gently pull the pieces of the egg apart. Very gently. Can you pull the egg apart? Let everything come out.
Poor yolk. Need to come out there.
All right, so we're going to do this with 4 eggs.
Let me do one.
Of course you can do one.
Here's one.
It's kind of hard.
If you accidentally get some shells in there, that's no problem. You just pick them out with your fingers.
Anytime you touch raw eggs, you have to wash your hands. There's another one.
All right, I think you girls have got all the shells, so why don't you go wash your hands now?
I found another one.
We're gonna use 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract.
Oh.
Well, that's a good idea, Zoe, to pour it over the bowl. Wonderful. Thank you.
Another one? Or one?
Nope, just one.
Okay.
Now we're gonna blend.
Because it says 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract.
And now we're gonna blend everything together. Make it very creamy. Now we're blending the eggs and the vanilla extract.
So we don't want to see the eggs.
We want to blend them in totally. That's right, Madeline.
And we don't want to see the bumps on it.
And
Don't want it to go up there. So I'm making sure this way.
it's really nice how Zoe's helping to scrape the sides while Madeline beats the mixture. And then we switched. Again, baking is all about taking turns.
And also, it's not about just eating the delicious dessert.
It's not just about eating the delicious dessert.
It's for fun.
It is a lot of fun.
And
I love the time we
said
get to spend together.
I said it's for fun.
Oh my gosh, I accidentally got it on the flour, baking powder, and salt. Slowly add the dry ingredients to the wet.
So we got a separate bowl, and we're going to add the dry ingredients into the bowl. And once they're all together, we're going to whisk them. Zoe's demonstrating how to fill up the cup. We need 3 cups of flour.
This smells great.
So very gently, you notice she's patting it down and getting it level. Is it level, Zoe?
No.
Not quite?
A big
All right. And then once that's all ready to go, we're going to add that to the separate bowl, this new red bowl.
There's a lot of flour on the table.
That's okay. It's fun to make a mess when we're cooking because we can clean it up after. So while Zoe is measuring the flour, Madeline is going to get started on the baking powder. How much baking powder do we need?
1 tablespoon.
Okay, great. Will you show us how to measure that?
You have to get it up where the line is. And when you see it's not there, you have to fix it.
Okay, and then we add it with the other dry ingredients.
We are going to...
Now I need...
That's okay. It's good to take your time, Zoe, and go slowly and get it right.
Do I need this one? Look.
Next, we're going to need 1/2 teaspoon of salt.
1/2 teaspoon.
So it says 1/2 and then the TSP for teaspoon.
TSP.
I love this feeling, Mama. The flour feels so soft.
It does. Oh, so it looks like we maybe spilled a lot of extra flour, but that's okay. We can fix that. So Zoe, why don't you pour in the 2nd cup of flour into the bowl, and then I'll show you a way that we can collect that flour that's come on the table, and we can use it in the 3rd cup.
Can we leave some?
So Zoe is demonstrating how she can collect it and bring it into the cup. She has the cup just under the counter.
I think I need a little bit more.
The most important thing about baking with children is just embracing the mess. That's part of the learning process. Don't try to do it for them so that you can avoid a mess. This is the fun. So Zoe is about to add the 3rd cup of flour, and one thing we should point out is that all of the baking we do is gluten-free because Zoe and I need to have gluten-free. So all we do is just substitute the measure for measure gluten-free flour for traditional flour in any of our recipes. All right, Zoe, you ready to pour in that 3rd cup of flour?
I love this feeling.
You love the way the flour feels? Now we're gonna take the whisk. Here's the whisk, sweetheart. And very gently, we're gonna whisk those dry ingredients together. The salt, the baking powder, and the flour. Girls, do you remember why we add baking powder to an ingredient, to a recipe? What does the baking powder do?
So it makes like the cake float up. Like we don't want it like to be like not floated up. It doesn't taste good.
Yeah, we want it to help the cake rise. We don't want a flat cake, so it makes the cake light and fluffy. So now you slowly add the flour mix into the mixture of wet ingredients. So Madeline, it doesn't have to be perfect. You can just take a scoop and pour it in.
All of it?
All of it, yeah. And now Zoe's gonna blend that scoop in, and once that scoop is blended, we'll add another scoop of the dry ingredients.
And our mom's not helping us.
I'm not helping you at all. You're doing all the cooking this recipe.
And
Mama,
just
I
helping
found
with the eggs.
this.
Yeah?
Do we have to take it out? It feels like I'm playing.
We're adding some more of the dry ingredients. Madeline, it looks about ready. What do you think to add a little bit
Wow,
more?
this is a lot of batter now.
Yeah, we've got to make 2 layers to this cake, so we need a lot of batter.
2 layers?
Yeah, 2 layers with icing in between. Remember like the picture?
Oh, like a wedding cake.
A wedding cake sometimes has lots of layers.
Yeah.
Maybe
It's
some
like,
had
you
4
mean
or
like,
3?
you like 10, like
10 layers? Oh my gosh, that would be huge.
That would be taller than my mom. Yeah, she's tiny.
Hey, that's not very nice. So fun. It's like snow falling and I did that.
Yeah.
Mama, look, this is like snow.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna zest the lemon.
This recipe calls for lemon zest, and there's nothing quite like fresh lemon zest. So they are scraping very gently using zesters. And the best way to zest is to pull the zester towards you in a smooth movement. So Madeline, can you pull it towards you in one smooth movement? Zoe, you want to do it over the bowl.
Okay.
And so Zoe's letting it collect in the zester and then putting it in. And then don't throw the lemons away when you're done with the zesting, because we're going to use the lemons for lemon juice that goes into the lemon blueberry cake.
We're going to fill up this little tablespoon, but I got a little cut when I was doing it. You see it's red right now.
So we need, oh, and here's our daddy to join our baking fun. But we are filling up 1 tablespoon. Does it make 1 tablespoon, Zoe? Is there enough there? Do we need to zest a little bit more?
Perfect.
Perfect. Okay, can you pour it in the batter? Great, thank you. How's your zesting coming, Madeline?
Let's see.
Now we are squeezing the lemons to make lemon juice. We need 1/2 cup of lemon juice.
Is it fine like if like the skin of it?
Yeah, that's fine if the skin's in there, and it's okay if seeds come out too. We'll pick the seeds out later, but you're gonna squeeze that lemon as hard as you can. Get all that juice out of there. That's hard work, isn't it?
Yeah, and maybe our 2 other lemons, we don't need them, but probably you
We
can make
might.
some lemon juice in them.
Yeah,
maybe.
you wanna make some lemonade? I'm not sure if we'll have enough left, but we'll have to see.
But we might need some ice to make it cold.
But
and
we need some sugar, lots of sugar.
Oh, to make lemonade? Yeah, because lemons are tart.
Yeah, we need
So
lots
tart,
and
and I like
lots
to eat
and
them.
lots and lots and lots.
Now Madeline is going to add a cup of buttermilk.
Then I'm gonna add some lemon juice in there.
And Zoe's going to add a half of a cup of lemon juice. And then we're going to beat those in.
Wait, so we don't want to see the milk?
We don't want to overblend. We just want to mix it so that all the liquid is absorbed.
Can you tell me when to stop?
Of course.
It's my turn.
Now Zoe is adding a tablespoon of all-purpose flour to the blueberries just to help them enter the mixture. She's mixing it very gently. Now we're folding the blueberries into the batter. Folding is a little bit tricky. You want to scoop all the way down to the bottom of the batter, scoop all the way down to the bottom of that bowl, and then lift the batter gently.
It's a little tricky, but I can do it. We have to use this so we can put it in better. Like if we pull it in, it would not come in.
But we're finished, and I'm so happy. But we're actually gonna.
So we are going to fill up. The recipe calls for 3 baking pans, but we only have 2, so we're going to make a 2-layer cake. And I am going to assist with this part to help them lift the heavy bowl and to pour the batter evenly. So girls, I'm going to stop the video so I can come over and help by lifting the bowl. So with a little bit of adult help, we got the batter into the pans.
But we did all the baking though.
Zoe and Madeline are spreading it to try to make it nice and level. And then we're going to put the pans in the oven. Okay, next we're going to put the pans in to bake at 350 for approximately 25 minutes. All right, our favorite part. Like great Montessori students, we are going to clean up our kitchen while we're waiting for the cakes to bake and before we can work on our icing. All right, cleaning helpers. Tell everybody how you clean.
So we're gonna do.
The floor is a little bit slippery from all the flour. How should we clean that up?
Oh, use the mop.
Okay, awesome.
Okay.
All right, we're showing some teamwork. Madeline is going to mop the floor, and Zoe is cleaning off the tabletop where we did our baking. Oh, there are a lot of lemon seeds, aren't there, Zoe?
Yeah.
I'm gonna make this spot.
And what we're going to do is we're going to keep out the ingredients that we need for the icing, but put away the other ingredients that we don't need.
My mom is going to do that because me and my sister are busy.
Yes, I will do that part. Teamwork, right? So as a reminder, we're making the lemon blueberry layer cake from Sally's Baking Sally's Baking Addiction, which is a website. And while we're waiting for our cakes to bake, we're going to take out the items that are needed for the cream cheese frosting. You can see that the butter needs to be softened to room temperature, and so does the cream cheese. It looks to me like we should probably take those out now and get them softened. Our timer has gone off, so our cake should be ready, but we're going to check to make sure. So what we're going to do is insert a toothpick
Both of them. So I got
into
one
the
too.
center. So
Mama, here's the toothpick.
thank you. Oh, you want me to do it?
Can I try actually?
Sure, yeah, stick it in the middle. So Madeline's going to stick it in the middle. Pull it out. Let's pull it out. We want to see. Oh, it looks absolutely perfect.
Is
It
this
is
one
ready.
ready?
They're ready to come
yeah.
out. All right,
Let me
Madeline,
see.
you've got your
Oh yeah, that
gloves on. Do you want to take it out or do you want me to take it out?
I want to.
All right.
There's just a little bit of cake on here. I licked it.
Okay, can you put it up there? Thank you, Madeline.
Another one.
Can I do it?
I'll get this one. Now we're gonna let these cool for about 5 minutes here, and then we're gonna take them out of the pans, and we're going to put them on a wire rack to cool. And while we're waiting for them to cool, we're gonna get started working on the icing.
Fire there. Okay.
So we're gonna turn off the oven.
So off. So
Let's work on our icing. You ready?
Yeah. I'm opening this and it's gonna.
The cream cheese. So 8 ounces of cream cheese, and Zoe is opening a half of a cup of butter. We're gonna put them in a bowl, and then we're gonna cream them together. That's the first step in the icing.
Yes.
Which do you like better? Do you like cream cheese or butter better, girls?
Butter.
Cream cheese.
Oh, one of each.
I
Our
wanna
dog,
eat this.
Freddie, the other day got out and he ate all of the butter in our butter dish on the dining room table.
I know. Gross.
Now we are creaming together the cream cheese and the butter.
My hand was there and then this hurt my hand.
Now we're going to add 3.5 cups of confectioner's sugar after we eat some confectioner's sugar.
For real I said that?
No, I'm just commenting on what you're doing. Madeline, will you pour it in, please? All right.
Well, we put the powdered sugar in. I'm going to pour it in.
This is heavy cream. Zoe's adding 1 tablespoon. We're going to see how it goes. We might need to add a little bit more heavy cream, but we want to only start with 1 tablespoon, and Madeline is adding the vanilla. No, Zoe, that's all honey for now. We're going to wait and see
Can I get
how
some
it
more?
goes. And then we need to add a little pinch of salt. So we're going to get a pinch
do
of
I need
salt.
some more?
And now we're going to mix all of those items together, keeping the mixer low in the pan, because the powdered sugar has a tendency to fly everywhere, doesn't it?
And
Zoe?
also we had 3 cups of powdered sugar.
3.5 cups, actually. Madeline is tasting the vanilla. What does it taste like?
I'm going to get this off my hands.
I think you've had enough vanilla, Madeline. So it turns out we only needed the 1 tablespoon of the heavy cream. We did not need to add more. It is the perfect consistency.
Okay, so now we're gonna eat this.
Oh yes, our testers have to test to make sure that the icing is perfect. What do you think, taste testers? You need to test a little bit more to make sure it's okay? No comments?
Yum.
1 thumb up? How about Zoe? 2 thumbs up. It's good, cream cheese frosting. So we're gonna wait for the cakes to cool. We have taken them out and we're letting them cool. You can see them over here. We're gonna wait for them to fully cool before we ice them.
Now we're gonna spread the icing on.
We were very patient and waited what felt like forever for the cakes to cool. And now we've got our cream cheese icing ready. And we're gonna start by spreading the top layer with just a thin layer of icing. We're gonna try to get it smooth.
I feel like I want to
Not too much, because we need to save a lot of icing for the rest of the cake. So I think that's enough, Madeline, for there. So Zoe, you wanna help her spread that out?
This needs some over here. I feel like I want to lick this after.
Don't lick it, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
We're eating the full cake is what's gonna be worth it. So we finished our first layer and we just put the second layer on, and we're going to ice the top first. So girls, we only wanna ice the top first. We do the sides after we've done the top.
It's too far from me.
Okay, there you go.
Hey, now I can't read.
I put it here.
Thanks, So we're gonna spread the icing all over the top right now. And you see, we got a special gift for Christmas from our friends Anna and Maria, which is a cake decorating kit, and we are so excited to use it. Now we're doing the sides, and it's really great because the cake decorating kit came with a rotating base, which helps so that you can keep the spatula still and just rotate the base.
We just finished it and we're so glad.
And we're gonna put some blueberries on it.
Oh, we're gonna decorate with some blueberries?
Yeah.
But we're finished with our cake. It was such a great afternoon spent together.
And we might as well put rainbow sprinkles on it.
And the best part of all is when we get to have this cake for dessert tonight.
Yum, yum.
So once again, it's Sally's Baking Addiction recipe for blueberry lemon layer cake.
Bye. Thanks for watching.
I hope you had a good time with us baking.